Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Becoming a Freelance Ghostwriter. Today I want to talk about what to do when you cannot get a job. This is something I hear a lot. People message me, mainly on Freelancer actually, saying, I cannot get a job, I'm bidding away, nothing's happening, help me. And so I wanted to give my advice on what to do when that is the situation. That was certainly the case for me. I joined Freelancer a fair few years ago and tried my luck there. I bidded on loads and loads of projects and I only ever got one job. It was a graphic design job. It was to design a business card for about $17. And so eventually I just kind of got discouraged and I stopped bidding and I just wanted to try something else instead. When I returned to Freelancer a couple of years later, it was a totally different story. And so I want to give my advice on what to do when you cannot seem to get yourself a writing job. I've got 4 tips for you, so here it goes. Tip number 1 is to do with your application. In the last video, I talked a little bit about what you should write in your job bid as an application, and I don't think what I said was very helpful or probably the best advice to give, so I want to try and make that better and a little bit clearer for you. It's not a good idea to copy and paste the same proposal in every single one of your job bids. It's really obvious to the employer and it's not going to get you the job. An employer will be able to tell when you've just put the same generic proposal in every one of your bids, and they don't want that. They're interested in someone who specifically wants to work on their exact project and has unique skills that they can bring to the job. It is your job to convince them that you are that person. Your opportunity to do that is in the proposal in your bid. Employers aren't stupid, and even if you put something like, I'm really interested to work on your project, you could still be saying that to absolutely anyone and they're going to realize that. So we don't have all the time in the world, and we might not be able to draft a completely unique proposal for every single job you bid on because you're going to be bidding on a lot of projects to start off with. However, your proposal does need to contain something that is unique and specific to their project. You need to look at the job and look at what they're requesting in the Freelancer for their project, and then you need to think about your own skills and what you have that makes you the perfect person to complete the job. It could be lots of different things. It could be a particular personality trait or personal quality that you have. It could be a circumstantial thing, like the time zone you live in or your job situation, so you have a lot of free time to dedicate to their project. It could be past experiences that make you really well suited to what they need for that job. And don't just mention the attribute, make sure that you link it back to exactly how it will help you complete their project. So tip number 2, stay online. This is an interesting one and one that I only discovered pretty recently within the last year or so. I think about half of the jobs that I've received are from employers just popping up out of the blue, having created a project for me and approaching me with their job rather than me going to bid on their project. This is because employers can search for freelancers that are online at that exact minute. This is a really attractive option for employers. If they want to hire someone instantly, they want someone who's available to respond right now. This is especially good for writers because often an employer will want to hire a whole team of writers instantaneously. They don't want to wait around for a day or two to see if the person might respond to their message. They want to see who's actively using the website and who has that little green light to say, I'm online, I'm ready for you, give me your job, I'm ready to go. If you're online at the time where they're looking for a writer, that gives you so much more of a chance to get that job. Because if you're not online, they're going to give it to the person who is. Being online on Freelancer shows that you're an active user of that website and that you are ready for the employer to hire you right now. It doesn't mean that you have to be staring at the screen all day. Just make sure that you keep Freelancer open in one of your tabs or keep the app running on your phone so that you can receive messages wherever you are. Tip number 3, don't waste your bids. I've been guilty of this in the past, but the time at which you use your bids is actually really important. If you're on the free membership of Freelancer, which you probably are if you're just starting out, then you have a limited number of bids to use, so you need to use them wisely. That involves bidding at the right time. If you don't work on weekends, don't lie in bed on a Friday night at midnight and bid on a bunch of jobs. If an employer contacts you and says, cool, awesome, I want to hire you, shall we get started? And you say, oh, actually, I'm going away for the weekend, so how about Monday? they're going to be gone. By the time Monday rolls around, they'll have already hired someone else, and the job might even be completed over the weekend while you're away or whatever you do on your weekends. But as soon as Monday morning rolls around, that's the time to get on and bid on a load of jobs, because you've got the whole week ahead of you and you're ready to go if an employer contacts you. Tip number 4 is the obvious pep talk, motivational strategy, just saying don't give up. As I said, when I first used Freelancer a few years back, I never had much success with it, and so I just walked away thinking that it wasn't the thing for me. When I moved over here to New Zealand, I thought, I'll give it another go, and it paid off massively. So keep bidding, keep expanding your skill set and your portfolio and whatever else. When you get your first project, it'll be the best feeling in the world and it'll be super exciting. Freelancer is one of those places where it's all about your reputation, so getting started can be a little bit hard, but as soon as you do, it's just a snowball effect. Work hard at every project you get. Communication is absolutely key, so make sure you're professional and available and reliable for every one of your employers. That way you can ensure that you get positive feedback, and as I said, that has such a snowball effect for future projects and makes it much easier to get jobs in the future. Keep bidding, and if you want any personalised advice, then feel free to leave a comment and I'll try and answer your questions. See you next time!